Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. We are live, I believe. Okay, so to the listeners listening in, hi. What I'm going to do first of all is just share this stream with Facebook, and we'll get a few more recruits before we get into it. But from what I can see, it's all working. Feel free to type a comment in the chat box, and then I can confirm it's working, and we can get into the Q&A. Okay. Let's find the URL that I can share with people. We've got one watcher. Welcome. Don't be afraid to put a comment below. Let's go to 1% Better Facebook page. Now we just need the URL to share. Let's find it. I've never done this before. Why isn't my video showing up on my channel page? We'll get there. We'll get there, mate. So yeah, I've actually just come back from Sydney to you that is watching. And I've sort of broke out a routine. So I figure, all right, it's 11:45 a.m. here in South Australia. Why not just do a live stream? It seems to be where it's going, and I really find it fulfilling to be talking kind of one-on-one in this way. I find it much more fulfilling. So that's what we're doing. Let's just find this URL so I can share it. How do I share my stream? How do I share my stream? Oh, here we go. Here we go. I got it. So we can tweet that. Let's tweet this. Let's do it. Oh, done. That was easy. How easy was that? Let's do it on LinkedIn as well. Look at this. Share. Bam. Wow. Okay. Join me on me stream. Alright, to you that is watching right now, it's probably myself actually. Maybe I'm just talking to myself right now. Actually, no. Let's post it on 1% Better. And then hopefully we can get some questions to start rolling in. Bam. Alright, the recruits are coming, baby. And let's go to my personal Facebook page as a public figure. Manage page. Here we go. I found it. Bam. Yeah, Elisha just accepted my friend request. I'm glad it took him like 4 or 5 days. To me, that shows he's probably not on Facebook a whole lot. Good on ya. It's quite the time waster in many respects. Not to say it's not valuable. 7 messages. Oh, fuck. What the fuck? Okay. I've got some messes to clean up, some fires to put out since I've been on holiday for the past 7 days. Please use a keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less. Currently, keyframes are not being sent often enough, which will cause buffering. Okay. How do we use a keyframe sequence of 4 seconds or less? That is the next question. I'm not exactly sure how to do that, mate. How to change keyframe frequency stream. Keyframe interval? Maybe they want 4. Apply. What are you gonna do about that one, YouTube? Like my video settings now? This is a lonely stream. A very lonely stream. Alright. I'm going to directly see if my friends, if this works for them. Hey, Stevo, does this live stream work for you? Chase, does this live stream work for you? Let's rock! Come on! What is my stream health? Bad? Why? What's wrong with my settings? I don't see what's wrong with it. Oh! Okay. Well, it's clearly working for Chase, but is it choppy? Are the keyframes chopping up, mate? Just let me know in the chat. So apparently YouTube says my keyframe frequency is a bit out of it, whatever that means. But we'll get it sorted. Baby. It does! Oh, good. Is it choppy? Watchable? Now Steve-O's gonna try it too. Hey baby, no, it's good, it's amazing actually. Alright, beautiful. Well, the National Broadband Network, which I recently upgraded to, is clearly delivering the goods. Video is unlisted. It's unlisted. Okay, that helps a lot, Chase. That does help a lot. We want this shit to go public. Okay. Let's find the public button. This is really exciting. Oh, here we go. Privacy. Alright, public. We're gonna get an influx. Current keyframe frequency is 7 seconds. Nah, it's fine. It's giving me bullshit error messages. Alright, public. Now the Benjamins should start rolling in, and we can get into a Q&A. I'm just back from Sydney, actually. It was a bizarre experience, to say the least, Steve and Chase. Steve, you would be aware about part of the trip. But yeah, what I got up to after, man, we we got up to some shit. And thank you, Steve, by the way. I stayed at Julie's place, and it was just amazing. Julie and I, we clicked well. Yeah, she's quite a social person. Good to spin the yarns with, no doubt. Sweet as. Yeah, thanks, Chase. I'm pretty sure we're public now. So I'll just refresh my page, just check that everyone can see it. Okay. Still not showing on my channel page. Maybe we got to click confirm. Steve, feel free to drop a message and let me know if it's working for you. It's definitely unpublic. Cool. Yeah, for watching now, so it must have gone public. I can fill you in what I'm doing right now, just while we have people coming up to ask questions, and that is I'm developing a reading course, which, Chase, I'm sure you're aware of. I've been doing my market research, so sending off a poll to my listeners, subscribers, and readers, and I pretty much found that the struggles that people face, you guys, when it comes to reading is... Oh, I better get my pie chart out. Let me have a look here. Here we go. So, the most people struggle to remember what they read. 38% of you out of the 4 options. So that is something I will be addressing in the course, because it's clearly something you struggle with. Nobody wants to go fucking reading through all these books and then ultimately not being able to do anything with it. Not cool. Otherwise, it's reading all for nothing, right? So, Mr. S-A-A-D, Mr. Sad. Mr. Sad, welcome to the live stream. I'm going to spoil you here. I don't care how many people come on this stream. Whoever comes on, you have me. You have me good. I will answer any question you have to the best of my ability. If there's a question you ask that I feel I'm not qualified for, then I'll either just won't give you an answer, or I might just pre-frame it with, this is just an opinion, so do what the fuck you want with it. I just hit up Christian right now. Yeah, on it, mate. So, Mr. Sad, what brings you here? What brings you to this stream? What are you hoping to get out of this, out of interest? This is a Q&A. So, is there any specific questions you want to ask, Mr. Sad? Please let me know. While I fix some of this Photoshop shit. Okay. Yeah, meanwhile, I'm talking about the channel. So, we're at 79,000 now, and it's just becoming more and more apparent to me every single fucking day that it's not all about the big numbers. You really got to go fucking deep. Deep. So this is my idea of what it means to go deep. Hopping on this live stream and answering your questions individually, regardless of how many people actually come on here. So the numbers are great and all. Not going to lie, it always gives me that little dopamine spike that I'm getting a wider reach. That's great. Teaching more people things, and of course it does satisfy some of my selfish desires to have attention. I think that is present in 99% of humans, and those who say it's not, I think is complete bullshit. So it's great. It's great. But yeah, it's all about going deeper. So that's why I'm developing this reading course and why I'm hopping on the live stream with you guys today. So, I hope this is public. I hope this is public. I've clicked the public button, but it's still not showing up on my channel page. Unless it's showing up in your feeds. I'm not so sure. Anyway, so Mr. Sad, let's hop up the fucking chat here. I am a tech entrepreneur. Here we go. Our first question of the stream. I gotta take off my jacket. No, I'll just unzip it. Okay. It's getting spicy in here. I'm a tech entrepreneur. What's the best book on tech entrepreneurship according to you? Okay. So number one, I don't know if I'd classify myself as a tech entrepreneur. So therefore, for me to give a recommendation on tech entrepreneurship is kind of just subpar. You probably don't want to listen to me. You want to listen to a tech entrepreneur with a recommendation. But anyway, since you asked, I can answer to the best of my ability. Let me think. Tech entrepreneur, what's the best book on tech entrepreneurship? So let's cut out the tech part. I am an entrepreneur, so we can make a recommendation there. Best book on entrepreneurship? Whew. One that immediately comes to mind is .com Secrets by Russell Brunson. So my mentor and friends, Chase here in the chat, this is one book I learnt about through them. And Russell Brunson, the guy who wrote this book, .com Secrets, man, he's just killing it. He's doing tens of millions of dollars. He's got highest paying clients in the world for like fucking setting up sales funnels and all that sort of thing. So yeah, definitely .com Secrets by Russell Brunson. And holy hell, I read The Millionaire Fastlane by MJ DeMarco, and fuck, that just blew me away. I read that on my Sydney trip, and hell, I've just realized I've been doing a fuck ton wrong. Like just the other day, I pulled 5k out of my Vanguard index fund because I found out that is the slow lane to wealth. Sure, it made money work for me, like you hear from Rich Dad Poor Dad, which is cool and all, so I'm glad I did something with it 2 years ago when I got a payout, but I took all that fucking out, and what I'm putting that 5k in now is into shit that increases my earning ability. So maybe that gives you some insights there, Mr. Sad. The Millionaire Fastlane by MJ DeMarco, and what did I say? .com Secrets by Russell Brunson. Alright, cool. So we've got Kustash. I don't know how to say your name, man, but welcome to the stream. Kustash Remus and Keyshawn Chotalia. This is going to be a fucking stream, me trying to pronounce names. Kistash Remus and Kishan Chotalia. Kishan. Welcome. Welcome, guys. So, Kistash. Kistache. I love that name. Where are you from? What's your thoughts on Zionist bankers and all their monopoly on tech? I have no idea what you're asking. And that's okay. That clearly, that's something new to me. Zionist bankers? What the hell's a Zionist banker? And I know there's another definition of the word monopoly, but to be frank with you, I don't know what the fuck it means. Apart from the board game, I'm just going to type it in Google real quick now. I've never heard of it. Zionist banker. International Jewish Conspiracy. Rational Wiki. First result. World Zionist Organization. Conspiracy theory. Conspiracy theory. Okay. If it's in the realm of conspiracy theories, I don't really get into that a lot. Although I do think the way people go about conspiracy theories is interesting. We do talk about that on the podcast. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't have much to say on this topic. But thank you for bringing my attention to Zionist bankers. Kishan. Hey, Brandon. Kistash. Low elites who rule the world are called Zionists. Okay, so does that make Morgan Freeman a Zionist? Does that make Trump a Zionist? Or what's the actual definition of the word Zionist? A supporter of Zionism, a person who believes in the development and protection of a Jewish nation in what is now Israel. Okay, not quite sure how that definition ties in with rulers of the world. But anyway. Rothschild. What's that? Jeez, you're teaching me more than I teach you. What is a Rothschild? 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 I'm sorry, I'm a bit lost there. Kishan. Make video about Made to Stick. Made to Stick. I've heard that. That's a book, isn't it? Let's Google that once again. Made to Stick. Thank you for the suggestion. Let's have a look here. Made to Stick by Chip Heath. So we'll have a look at it on Goodreads. Thank you for your suggestions so far. I'm going to spoil you on the stream right now. We've got about 9 people, but you 9, I'm going to go fucking deep with you. I really appreciate you being here on the stream. So Made to Stick. Oh, I see a lot of ancient figures. Starred review, unabashedly inspired by Malcolm Gladwell's best-selling The Tipping Point. The brothers Heath, Chip, a professor at Stanford's Business School, Dan, a teacher textbook publisher, offer an entertaining practical guide to effective communication. Drawing extensively on psychosocial studies on memory, blah, 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 blah. Throughout the book, sidebars show how bland messages can be made intriguing. Fun to read, solidly researched, this book deserves wide readership. It's got about a rating of 4 stars out of 47,000 ratings. A very popular book on communication. So, okay. I haven't read this book. I will add it to my to-read list. I need to log in. I'll do that later. But Made to Stick. I'll make note of it. Now, I do want to be the nice guy and say, sure, I'll make a book summary for you. However, I constantly get bombarded with requests. And if I don't feel passionate about it, or I don't feel like there's value in the book for some reason or other, then I won't make a summary on it. So I can't guarantee anything, but I will add it to my list of considerations. Made to Stick. Thank you. I'll have a look at the chat again, see if there's some more questions. Zionist, man, I would have never thought. Okay, so we got some more here. Fuck. Concrete, welcome, mate. Concrete, love the name. Nice and concrete there. The Practicing Mind. Yes, that's the one. Thanks for the videos. Kept the good work. Thank you. Kustar, Shay. Mr. Sad, welcome back. You've talked about Quran on any video of you. Okay, yes, I have briefly mentioned the Quran in a video in which I gained a bit of heat. Did you read it? No, I have not yet read the... How do you say it? The Quince? I always get this wrong. The Quran... The Quan. I'm sorry, the Quan. We'll go with the Quan. Quran, Quan. No, I haven't read it yet. It's on my to-read list. The Practicing Mind by Thomas Sterner. Let's have a look at that one. Practicing Mind by Thomas Sterner. Thank you for the book suggestions so far. I haven't even heard of these. I mean, there's so many books. I've realized that you've got to pick your books wisely because there's just no way in hell that you'll read every awesome book on this planet. So you really got to knuckle down and choose these things wisely. The Practicing Mind. Present moment awareness is an essential ingredient in life if one expects to experience any degree of authentic peace and contentment. Fair enough. So this is sort of going on the lines of mindfulness and the power of now by the looks of it. It's been acknowledged for centuries. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da. The Western mind is always restless. Da-da-da. Okay. So, my question to you, who suggested this concrete, what do you reckon separates this book from other books on mindfulness? That's what I'm curious about. I mean, there's hundreds and thousands of books on mindfulness now, so really got to choose wisely. I'll put this consideration down. Add it to my never-ending to-read list, which is just monstrously huge. The Practicing Mind by Thomas M. Sterner. File, save. If anyone's watching, just take note that I have recently released another book summary on Influence by Robert Cialdini. Amazing book. It's in my top 10 out of the 200 books I've now read. Life-changing, life-changing. Christache, The Learned Protocols of Elders of Zion. Very hard to find an original copy of it to read it. All is out there is counter-information. I've never heard of this, man. If it's too if it's along the lines of conspiracy theories, yes, I will still look into it. However, if it's too much, then I don't know how far I'll go into it, but I'm an open-minded guy. I'll take a look. The Learned Protocols of Elders of Zion. Sweet. Love you too, Concrete. How can it... Oh, here we go. Rick McGuire. Welcome to the stream, mate. So, how could an aspiring musician make it, according to you? So, to clarify for those wondering what Rick means by make it, I assume he means, make it big, become a success, live the life of your dreams as a musician. And as many of us know, the wave and the vibe about musicians is that they're broke, poor, and starving, and they're pretty much all fucked, apart from 1% of them, just to be frank. So, Rick's wondering how to make it. Now, again, I'm not 100% qualified for this question. However, I can give a little dice on it. But just take it with a grain of salt, because I am not the musician that is, living large, playing my fucking banjo. So, this is fun. According to my mentor, I love my mentor so much. He's very successful. He's in the six-figure range. He'll be in seven figures shortly. I can tell. He's a really smart guy, and one of his passions is music. So he does the whole DJing, and he's a big believer, based on results and the results of other people we've seen around him, that yes, you can very much live a life as a musician, supporting yourself financially independently. You know what I'm saying? And make it, essentially. Maybe not the fucking rock star like Justin Bieber big, but, kind of that life where you live on your own fucking terms as a musician. So, I mean, there's so many ways you could go about it, Rick. Man, well, let's do some brainstorming. Have you done some brainstorming? Like, maybe you could tutor private students, teaching them piano or guitar or whatever it is that you do. You could create an online video course, the classic, $47, $97 video course. You could write ebooks on it, publish it to Kindle, and absolutely dominate a specific niche in the music market there on Amazon. I've got friends that are doing thousands of dollars per month, not necessarily in the music industry, but in other niches. But there's clearly people buying shit in the music industry. Digital products online. You go to Amazon, type in microphones, type in how to learn to play a banjo standing on one leg. There are books and there are video courses, there are programs selling. You can be part of it. But it's all in your mind. What stops a lot of people is their own fucking mind. They don't feel they can do it. They're scared to sell. All that shit. So that's what, self-development, that's where it takes us. It learns us to get over those barriers. Anyway, that's just my spiel based on not being a musician who has made it. So take it with a grain of salt. Now, next one. Kishan, you're going great. Are you full-time YouTuber? Interesting question. So, yes and no. Yes, in the sense that I do, in fact, YouTube full-time. However, I am currently living with my parents, and I'm not ashamed to fucking cover that up and give you some bullshit highlight story that my life is amazing and I've made it. I'm still very much working hard to make this a real reality where I own my own place, and it's very close to fruition. I've already booked my one-way ticket to Hawaii, and fucking adios. Catch you later, Australia, as much as I love it. So, yeah, very close now, thanks to mentors, hard work, patience, all that shit, the self-development principles. So, yeah, I generally spend my days YouTubing. But, you know, I actually outsource an animator, so about 10 hours of my time is freed up on an animation. So what I actually do is I've been spending a lot of time the last 5 months podcasting with influencers, savants, world-class experts. You're just going to be fucking blown away when the podcast comes out. I know it's not animations, not what you guys are used to, but I know there are some of you that are interested and extremely keen to take a look. So, yeah, stay keen. By the end of the month, I've had to push back the launch date a little, but it's going to be worth it. You're going to fucking love it. Now, here we go. Why don't you try Quran? I mean, read it, Mr. Sad. Why don't you try... Yeah, see, I mean, even that's hard, but thank you for the attempt. Cure... Qua. Okay, so qua for quilt. Quilt? Qua. We've got the qua. Qua. Q-U-R. Qua-an. A-an. Quran. Quan. Is that it? Quan. Kustash. It fits. Okay. Concrete. Practicing mind is about enjoying the lifestyle process rather than focusing on the goal. Cool, man. Rick. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Yeah, man. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Thank you for firing away with your question. I think it's a question a lot of musicians are asking. I had a guy come to me the other day, actually, sort of an old friend from school. You know, we're very loosely tied, but, you know, he's a guitarist in a band, and you know, I don't know whether he wants to make it, but he obviously wants to draw some success from his music endeavors. So we had a little talk, and I just talked to him based on the success I've had with the YouTube channel and making a bit of dough online and all that, and he finds that quite inspiring, so I helped him out there a bit, but again, I am not a millionaire musician by any means. Now, please fire him away with more questions. I believe this is public. We've got 11 of you here on the stream right now. So, all 11 of you, you are my pretties. Please fire away with questions while you have me here. I'm very, very much... into going into depth with you to answer any struggles you may face to the best of my ability. Can I send you a quar? Oh man. I just need to Can I send you a Quran as a gift to you? You may. Send me an email. It's brandonnankivell@hotmail.com, and we can go from there. So that's just in the description below. Just fucking click it, tap it, whatever, and you'll find my email in the description. Worlds, mate, you're a penguin. Welcome. I've never had a penguin on a stream before. Have I gotten 1% better yet? Yeah, man. Every single fucking day. You get 1% better every day for 365 days, and, you know, you're rocking. You're laughing. You'll be 38 times better than you originally were. That's why it's called 1% better, folks. Arjun Mowgli. I'm loving these names. Arjun. Your top 3 favorite books of all time. Oh! Okay. You know how to push my buttons. So, number 1, Exploring the World of Lucid Dreaming by Stephen LaBarge. Number 2, Right Now, The Truth by Neil Strauss. Incredible book. Please read the game first, because that really makes The Truth just a whopping 6 stars, mate. Like, The Truth, it's an uncomfortable book about relationships, so if you find yourself constantly questioning your love life and monogamy and polygamy and long-term relationships and all that stuff, then this is the book for you. The storytelling is masterful. Again, that's The Truth by Neil Strauss. And my third one, I'm going to keep it current. You can actually find my all-time favorite books in the description below on my website, brandonnankivell.com/books or some shit. So go there. But right now on the stream, my current third favorite is The Millionaire Fastlane by MJ DeMarco. Man, why didn't I read this book earlier? Like, he literally directly addresses all the big fucking top authors who've wrote, Rich Dad Poor Dad. So he addresses Robert Kiyosaki, and he addresses, I don't know, not Ramit Sethi, but all the big fucking money authors. And it just puts them to shit. Not puts them to shame, but it basically tosses everything out the window. He even tosses out Warren Buffett's advice and putting money away in an index fund and getting 10% returns, blah, 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 blah. He's like, no, fuck it. Take the fast lane where you build a business, something that's scalable, and yeah, it just sort of blew my mind. He's entertaining as an author. He is on point. He knows his shit. Really smart guy. And you actually find that I think it's got over like 5,000 ratings on Goodreads.com. And the average rating is like 4.3 and above, or some crazy shit like that. And 4.3 on Goodreads.com among like 5,000 people, man, that tells you something. A lot of people love this book. That is very rare. So those are my three. Thank you. We've got a lot more people, man. So welcome, Sanchivan Sethanan Tharajar. Sanchi, we'll call you Sanchi. Welcome. Pester Weaver, welcome. The Real Size Neck, Zek. The Real Size Nezek. The Real. The Real, welcome. Mr. Sad and Kustash, again, you're still here, and it's lovely to have you. So, to the new guys, why the haircut? Great question, great question. So, for those of you who don't know, I had dreadlocks everywhere. Looked like a piece of shit. Basically, sprucing myself up. I've come to learn through my mentor's mentor that the way you present yourself to the world does matter to a degree. Ultimately, the way I'm perceived has a big effect on business opportunities coming my way, the way people perceive me, and the way I perceive myself. Yeah, sorry, Mum, I got you in the background. Hope you don't mind. Where was I? I lost my train of thought. Yeah, basically to spruce up my self-image so I can attract more business opportunities. I felt like a change. The dreadlocks turned to shit, like they were terrible. I used to pick on them all the time. They were distracting. They looked like a crock of shit, basically. So I'm really sprucing up my game. I'm also single now, so gradually easing into the dating scene. Very gradually. I'm more focused on business right now. But yeah, there you go. There's the real rough reason why. Concrete, you read fiction. Rarely. I've got nothing against fiction, mind you. You can learn a lot from storytelling, no doubt about it. But no, primarily 95% non-fiction right now. Pester. How do I find him? Here we go. Great question. I was just writing a video on this. Pester asks, how do I find a mentor when I'm surrounded by low ambition people in a small town with small minds? Okay. Interesting. Small town with small minds. How do I find a mentor? Okay, well my first question to you, Pester, is does everyone really have a small mind in your hometown? Does everyone really have low ambition? Maybe that's what your subconscious is primed to look for, like, oh my god, there's no one around here that has big goals and dreams and all that stuff, and maybe there actually is. So that's my first point I'd want to make. The second point is, okay, well, providing that is true, which I'm skeptical as to whether it is or not. Let's say that is true. The next thing, virtual. Like, literally, I've never met my mentor in person, but the value I've got from him has been equivalent to having a mentor in real life. Now, I guess I can't really say that because I've never had a mentor in person. Well, actually, I do now, as of a month ago, 3 weeks ago, actually. I've got a ton of value online. I mean, you're looking at this stream right now, the world's your oyster. If you know how to go about it, I'm making a video on this, then yeah, you can get a mentor. You can hop on a Google Hangout, face-to-face, and it's really different to just, texting back and forth and these shitty Facebook groups. Hop on a Google Hangout with your mentor, and it will just really fucking boost you up. So, yeah, the internet, my friend, is as simple as that. Either that or fuck off to another country and just make shit happen. I don't know, go and fucking knock on their doorstep. That's what Ty Lopez did, mate. So, yeah. The Real Size Neck. Size Neck. Sign Zek. The Real. Hey, can you give me YouTube advice that is non-standard? Like, make good content or upload regularly. Well, the real, I know it's not a pretty answer, but that kind of is it. That kind of is it. Yeah, I don't know if you're looking for a magic bullet, but to me, that's what it sounds like. 90% of people are after that magic bullet, and I can see it the way they communicate. So there is no fucking magic bullet, man. There kind of is, but there kind of isn't. So not to confuse you, but it really comes down to, yes, uploading regularly, constantly improving your game, committing for fucking at least 24 months in a niche where there's a market. So here's the number one thing I tell clients. Here's the number one thing, so you don't have to spend hundreds of dollars on me. Like, I'm saying it right here because I cherish you 17 lovely listeners. This is for everyone. So, to reiterate, The Real has asked, hey, can you give me YouTube advice that is non-standard, like make good content or upload regularly? So here's my non-standard piece of advice. Here it is. You ready? Alright. So, let's say you've a YouTube channel, or you're thinking about starting one. Let's say I want to do it on Pokemon, okay? I want to create a channel about Pokemon. Now, to be successful, you need to set yourself up for success on YouTube before you even fucking start the thing. So, here's what you do. Go to the 3 most popular channels on Pokemon on YouTube and head to their videos page. Then what you want to do is click the filter tab where it says filter by most popular and click most popular. So what that's going to do is show all the videos on these 3 channels, which videos are performing best, which ones are getting the most views and engagement. Now, look at the top 2 rows of the videos, okay? And then what you want to do from there is take note of the thumbnails they use, the titles they use, the topics they create. The topics are very important. And then what you want to do is create your own channel and create similar topics and similar videos to what they're making. So don't fucking be an ass and copy directly what they're doing, but model it. The word is model. You just want to make something similar. Why? Well, because the market has already validated it. Think of the audience like a market. Like, they've come onto YouTube for something. They are attracted to something. So, by looking on the channels that are already doing well, then you can already see what videos people like, and you just make similar ones. Okay? Now, to bring that point home, have a look at my channel. You're my subscribers, so you're aware of the content I do. You've probably heard of Fight Mediocrity, the dude that made all these animated book summaries 2 years ago and fucking disappeared and flew to the moon, and now we don't know where he is. Yeah, man, I've pretty much modeled him, and that's why I've been successful here on YouTube. You know, there was a demand for book summaries. They got hundreds of thousands of views, so I thought, alright, fuck it, I'll do it too. And I just added my own voiceover, my own little animation style, and bam, here we are at like 79,000. So it's really quite simple in a sense. That would be my non-standard advice that you don't hear a lot. So there you go. But other than that, it really comes down to the basics again. All that boring shit that nobody wants to hear. The anti-magic pill shit. Consistency, upload regularly, algorithm loves it, stay committed, set goals, all that shit. Alright, so. Next question. Do you ever play video games by Kastash? I used to, a lot. I played RuneScape, I played World of Warcraft, I played Pokemon Sapphire, I played Fable, I played Mario Kart, I played Majora's Mask. Yeah, I'm a fucking gamer geek, really, from my childhood and teenage years. I'd love to talk video games, but right now, I'm extremely focused on business and haven't really invested my time and effort and energy into video games for the past 3 years because I'm right into this reading and self-development shit. But yeah, man, I love video games, bro. Viral Talk, Jeet, welcome. What up? Brandon, do you believe in power of subconscious mind or law of attraction? To a degree, I do. Yes, there is a lot of merit of the subconscious mind. Yes, we're still figuring out what the fuck it is. But yes, I do. I do believe in the power of the law of attraction. But only to an extent. You know, you may have seen videos recently debunking the law of attraction and how, you can't just sit there and think and hope shit finally happens. Like, it took me 134 books to realize that shit. Nothing's gonna happen with my life unless I actually execute fearlessly. And that's what I've done. And that epiphany came to me last year. Like, okay, law of attraction's good and all. I write in my journal every day, all these affirmations and all that shit. And I've got wallpapers with Lamborghinis on them and all that stuff, and some of this shit's coming to fruition. Like, I used to put a wallpaper on my my fucking desktop screen of like palm trees and everything in Thailand, me in a plane, and I'd go off, and yeah, I ended up in Thailand for 2 months. But, you know, backed by the philosophizing about all that and the law of attraction shit, I actually executed to make it happen. Like, I dropped out of university, and told my girlfriend I'm going to Thailand for 2 months. Like, I made some big decisions and executed on it. So yeah, don't monkey grip and hang on to fucking the law of attraction like it's your last effort, the only thing that's going to help you make it. I mean, I think people use the law of attraction as subconsciously as like a lazy excuse. It's like, okay, if it's the easiest way. It's like, alright, I'll just sit here and fucking write down 5 times a day. I'm going to become rich. I'm going to get 1 million subscribers on my YouTube channel. It's just going to happen. Nah, bullshit. You got to execute. Mr. Sad, Brandon. Try to make a video on the book Trust Me, I'm Lying by Ryan Holiday. Interesting, yes. So, I could make a dedicated video to this. I'll add that to the consideration list. Unlikely to get around to all these, but I'll put it there anyway, mate. I appreciate you putting your input in here. So, do take note. I don't know whether you've seen the video, but I do briefly cover this book in one of my recent videos called 7 Uncomfortable Books That Will Challenge Your Beliefs. That was uploaded 2 weeks ago, so check that one out if you haven't already. Next one. So, to listeners listening in, we have got Isaac, the realized man. Welcome to the chat. We literally hung out yesterday, man. We had a blast. We did some filming. This guy's got a lot of potential, and we had some man chats. We had a man date. We strolled along the beaches of Sydney and had a deep chat about life. Oh, it's super fulfilling. You know what? If I didn't catch it with Isaac here in the live chat, you probably wouldn't be seeing me on the stream today, because we talked about Philip Gezelbash. He's running a cool Stoic channel and shit. And then I came across his live stream, like, fuck, you know, time to get on this live stream bandwagon, man. So here I am. Yeah, The Real, you're welcome. The Realized Man, 1v1 me in the worldie? Alright, bring it, old school. Let's bring it, alright. Pester Weaver, can you be my mentor? Ha! Okay, alright. I got to put you guys on pause. So, Pester just asked, can you be my mentor? Now, we could cook up a shitstorm here. Hang on, let me get my my phone. 2 seconds, if you can wait. Patience is a virtue. I'll be back. Where's my phone? I'm always losing things. Have you seen my phone? Your hair looks different. I need to find my phone. I'm always losing shit. It's probably right next to me. I do this at least once a day. I've got to ring my own mobile to find it, and the case is actually black, so it's always camouflaged and shit. All right, hang on. There it goes. Oh, right next to my fucking knee every time. Ah. Yeah, my recommendation is, man, this gets me hyped up. I should do this more often, bro. Here it is, camouflage to the PC, and my shirt and everything else. Welcome, Bigios, Rajit, Will Jarrett, and Worlds, you're still here. Anyone know if this dude gay? I curious. We'll get to your question in a moment, mate. So, Pester asked, can you be my mentor? Now, I think Ramit Sethi, the author of I Will Teach You to Be Rich, puts it very elegantly. He gets asked this question all the time, can you be my mentor? And it makes him angry. Now, it doesn't make me angry, but I see where Ramit's coming from. So, it's in his book called Your Move. Fantastic book. Fantastic book. And here is what he says about that question. Can you be my mentor? For those who aren't aware, you know, it's been said that a mentor is equivalent to reading 200, 500 books. So, it is a great question. Mentors can really fucking up your game, and they have done for me also. I'm both mentored by a mentor, and I mentor someone right now. So, I do feel somewhat qualified to answer this question. Just give me a sec here. This is really important. Alright, let's find the mentoring chapter. We've got 20 of you here. I appreciate every single one of you. Welcome to the new guys that have just joined the stream. This is a Q&A session. We're currently answering the question, can you be my mentor? Fuck, I gotta find it. You have to see this. Finding a Mentor, Chapter 10. So this is the book, The Underdog, Your Move, by Ramit Sethi. So, where is it? I highlighted it. Okay, here we go. So, no one who's serious ever asks, can you mentor me? Now that sounds kind of brutal. So here's what Ramit says about that. The question, can you mentor me? That's like me going to a bar and going up to a random girl saying, will you ever hook up with me? Will you hook up with me? Do you ever say those words? No. You use different language. You have a whole different process because you want to build that relationship. So, you know, people who are looking for a mentor, these mentors potentially are getting hit up tons of times, every day. Like, not me. You know, every now and then I get someone asking me to mentor them. But for these bigger guys, I don't know, Grant Cardone, Ty Lopez, whatever, fucking hundreds and thousands of requests of people asking to mentor them. Now, what the fuck do you think your odds are asking them to be your mentor when they're getting thousands of requests a day? That's right, you're going to get fucking lost in the swarm. You got to stand out. So you don't go up there and say, can you be my mentor? You start offering them value. And this is exactly what I did to get my first mentor, okay? Now, I know there's guys listening right now with more questions, but just bear with me. This is really important. You start giving them value, and you need to grab their attention. You need to grab their attention. They need to know you exist. So Caleb Maddox, 15, 16-year-old entrepreneur, fucking ran up to the Shark Tank entrepreneur guy. I forgot his name. I don't know, the TV salesman guy. He went to a live event in fucking Seattle or wherever it was, and he just fucking ran through the bodyguards, went up to his fucking car limousine and said, hey, fucking Kevin, what would it take for me to have coffee with you? So I suppose he didn't offer value, but he did have the balls to go and do that and separate himself from the crowd, just sending an email, can you be my mentor? Yeah, you really want to stand out and offer him value. Like, I offered my first mentor to run his Facebook page for free. And from there, we developed a relationship. He saw that I was executing, putting in work on the channel. At this time, I was at 9,000 subscribers. And he just saw that I was executing, and he saw potential in me. And just after that, one day, out of the blue, 3 to 4 a.m., bam, hit me up, join a Google Hangout, and 1 year later, fucking awesome. We are great friends, and I'm meeting up with him later this year in person. It's just going to be wonderful. So, hopefully you've learned a few things from that. You want to stand out. Next question. What's the best book you've ever read? Rajat, Exploring the World of Lucid Dreaming by Stephen LaBarge. Get around it. Changed my whole fucking mind. This channel wouldn't exist if it weren't for that book. I was just blown away by it. Mr. Sad, in order to send you a gift, I need your address and contact. How can I get that? Send me an email, mate, and we'll chat later. So, yeah, links in the description, brandonnankivell.com/contact. Bigios, Bijos. I love you, dude, but so much swearing. Yeah. Now, my profanity, I'm acutely aware of it. You guys are aware of it too. And I've even come across this subject. I've brought this subject up in my podcasts with some multi-millionaires all the way down to not multi-millionaires, a whole range of people about swearing in the current business environment, etc., etc. So we won't go into it too much here unless people really want to fucking delve into that. I guess we can. But yeah, I do swear. I do. Viral talk, Jeet. Yeah, taking action is important. Yes, that's right. Which book are you reading now? Great question, Tushar. Welcome to the stream. Touche. Which book are you reading now? So, I'm currently reading, man, I read 3 books at once because I'm reading one on all 3 mediums. Paperback, audiobook, and Kindle. So, paperback, I'm reading Hallucinations by Oliver Sacks. I'm extremely interested in altered states of consciousness. But I think you know how I couldn't find my phone earlier? Now I can't even find the fucking book. And I was literally reading it earlier today. I think I left it on the kitchen sink back at the house in Sydney that I was staying at. And so, yeah, I was halfway through it. But I'm stoic as fuck, so I'm not going to deliberate over it. It was a $10 book. And I've got 50 other books I can read, so I'm not going to be sad about it. So, yeah, Hallucinations by Oliver Sacks. I just finished reading Your Move by Ramit Sethi, author of I Will Teach You to Be Rich. And what's the other medium? Audiobook. I just finished Unshakable by Tony Robbins. Pretty bland book, actually. I'd much rather read The Millionaire Fastlane by MJ DeMarco over Unshakable, as much as I love Tony Robbins. Really bland principles. Like, I could fucking sum up the book in 30 seconds. It's just like, don't participate in mutual funds. They'll take all your money through fees, taxes, inflation, so fuck that shit. He does encourage you to invest in index fund where you get 10% returns and follow the market. But after reading The Millionaire Fastlane, that's just, if you want to be a slow laner, sure, you can become a millionaire. But by the age of 65, you know, you get your millions, you'll be like, well, fuck, I can't walk now because I'm 65. So, yeah. Anyway, that's me rambling on. In order to send you... Yeah, done. Oh, shit. Okay, what else we got here? Still getting through your questions, guys. Hey, bro, what business you up to? Strong mandates. Oh, fuck, there's been a lot. Which book are you reading now? Are you a homosexual? I should know what homosexual means. Homo, meaning one. Am I sexed with... I don't even know. I should know this. I don't know. Define homosexual. Sexually attracted to people of one's own sex. No. No, as far as I'm aware, I'm not. No. Interesting you asked that, though. Maybe it's the way I dress now. And I know my buddy Aaron Marino and Antonio Centino, more so Aaron Marino, the guy that runs the channel Alpha M. A lot of people have their suspicions that he's gay, probably because of the way he dresses and talks. I don't naturally have a super deep voice, so maybe that contributes to it. But maybe it's how I dress, because the fucking leather jacket, the tight fucking jeans, and the monk strap shoes. Maybe, but yeah, who gives a fuck? Strong mandate bras, it certainly was, Isaac. Pester, I read Trust Me, I'm Lying, now I stopped watching the news. Good on you. So that's by Ryan Holiday, the stoic guy. How do you get your information and stay current while avoiding this outrage porn? Yeah, no, it's kind of inevitable. You just got to do your best, but if you read a book, which I do a lot, then you can't really run into porn. Like, you're not going to run into a girl screaming orgasm on a fucking audiobook, are you? Unless someone's fucking glitch mobbed it, so yeah. And I'm not on Instagram all the time. Or Pornhub and all that shit. Hey bro, what business you up to? Pretty vague question. Not quite sure what you're asking, Jeet. What business are you up to? Okay, I mean, I suppose that's reasonable. Developing a course on reading, but more so focused on getting this podcast out. So whether that's a business activity, maybe. Yeah, in a sense. Not the most profitable one, but it is something. So I'm editing podcast episodes and preparing for launch to get in the news and noteworthy section on the fucking iTunes list. And we're going to fucking dominate Tim Ferriss, James Altucher, Joe Rogan. Just you fucking wait. We've got some fucking blasting as shit episodes. It's going to blow you away. Amazing people on there. So it's not all about fucking dominating Tim and dominating James and dominating Joe Rogan. But man, I'm feeling fucking competitive. I'm confident. The people on the podcast have had a blast. We have some amazing guests. I think you're going to love it. So yeah, we'll see what the market says anyway. Those jeans are so tight. They sure are. Will, Jarrett, anyone know if this dude is gay? Curious. As far as I'm aware, I'm not. He's not gay. He had a girlfriend. Well, I've met someone who had a girlfriend and they turned out to be gay and they only realized it afterwards, so who knows? Maybe I'm gay and I just don't know it, but I doubt it. Do you play old school RuneScape? Used to, man. Used to. Had a good time on the old RuneScape. I do not regret any of it. I learned so many life lessons from that game. Video games are extremely educational, despite the fucking, what the media put out, like the GTA 5 Rape Fest shit that came on the media a while back. Nah, bullshit. Nah, it's all fear-mongering. Personal Power, welcome to the stream. Happy to have you here. How did you get your first 100 subs? I created a YouTube channel and started posting videos. That's your blatant answer right there. But like I was saying earlier, I don't know whether you're part of the stream. Model success. So have a look at the channels that are doing really well in whatever field you're in, whether you're doing nutrition or veganism or music or whatever. Have a look what videos they're posting, which ones are doing the best, the most popular ones, and then create videos similar to that, and you'll get your 100 subs, no worries. Just upload consistently, great content, always improve. It's as simple as that. It's not a sexy answer, but that is the truth. Will Jarrett, he's definitely bi. Maybe I am, Will. Maybe I am. Is that because you're bi? And you can relate? I don't know. I don't think so. I'd say I'm straight but curious, actually. It feels really weird saying on stream. I'm a really curious guy, but I don't really feel attracted to men. What's your fave? I'm attracted to intellect, though. I love intellect. Intellectualness puts my plugs on fire. Anyway, not to get fucking weird here, or off topic. What's your favorite sport to do? I don't do sport. You know, I fucking grew up in the Barossa Valley here in South Australia. And, mate, everyone's into footy. Oh, let's go for a footy. Let's go for a slog of the footy. The boys. And, fucking cricket, where you hit a fucking ball with a bat. I just don't give a shit. But it's kind of like the norm here. But I was never into that shit. I'm into the weird shit. I just came back from a unicycling competition, so the thing with one wheel. We do stunts and do long jump, high jump, and all this hippie shit. So I guess I am an athlete in that sense, a sportsman. But you know what? I go once a year now. But I used to practice every goddamn day. For Cody, welcome to the stream. I recently started this channel, inspired by you from India. Good on you, mate. Executing. Worlds, can we just mentor amongst ourselves? I mean, you could, but I'd recommend getting a mentor that is, you know, 5 years ahead of you, 10 years ahead of you, 20 years if you can, and then have them emotionally invested in you and really be one-on-one with them. You don't want to diversify fucking everything. You got to know who you're learning from. Will, you can only get 0.5% better if you have a gay voice like that. Going to unsubscribe. Okay, no worries, Will. Completely up to you there. Abraham, do you know what Ryan Holiday did to become Robert Greene's mentor? That is a great question, Abraham. I love the name too, from the Jesus times. I don't know off the top of my head. Ramit Sethi did, mention it in his book, Your Move by Ramit Sethi. Something about Ryan Holiday in there, about mentorship. But I can't remember. I know Ryan has mentioned that he was just fucking slaying the academia. And I think Robert Greene started to pick up on him, and he was like the fucking wildcat that had a lot of potential that other people could see, but I don't know specifically what went down. John, welcome to the stream. Blessing to have you here. Hey, I'm trying to send you a link to a URL. I can't send it. Yeah, maybe there's some kind of filter option on the stream. This is my first time doing a YouTube live stream, so I'm sorry I can't help you out right now. But what you can do is look in the description, go to brandonnankivell.com/contact, and just send me an email, and you'll be able to send a link through there. No worries. Do you lucid dream frequently? By Worlds. No, not so much. It's sort of once every 2 or 3 months, by accident. I used to, about 3 years ago, when I was really into it. So I've had about 30 to 50 lucid dreams now. So yeah, there's your answer. Kastash, look if you didn't read already. Sam Harris, Free Will. Yeah, that's on my to-read list. I think I just bought the audiobook the other day, so that would be interesting. Sorry for my English. I'm from Romania. No worries, mate. Border, welcome. Border Hopper. I knew Unshakable was a bunch of fluff. Definitely not reading it now. Yeah, fair call, man. You may as well just take a video summary on it. It's pretty, yeah, pretty fluffy. I like what Tony Robbins is doing, though. Okay, so with his book, he's donating 100% of the profits to giving meals to people all over the world, for those of you who don't know. Which I think is a wonderful thing. Now, I can't really, I don't think I can really bag this guy out, Tony. I love Tony. He's an amazing guy, and he's impacted me in a lot of ways. But it's funny, I'm just thinking, my philosophical, analytical brain's going, well, hang on. Sure, you're feeding 1 billion people. That's fucking awesome. I mean, I can't say much. That's pretty fucking awesome. But shouldn't we be, like, to get political here, shouldn't we be, like, fixing the source rather than just dishing out meals? You know what I mean? Like, get to the root of the problem, which is, like, fucking birth control, where people are actually they're born into shit families with people that aren't educated just by unfortunate circumstance. So shouldn't we be, like, putting that money into education so that we don't have hungry people in the first place to feed? I'll probably get a lot of shit for saying that, but there you go. That is just my honest thoughts. But anyway, he's doing a fucking... He's doing well. No doubt. John, the reading list, end all reading lists. Social engineering. Yeah, man. I've hit up that subreddit a few times, so I have to look more into it. Are you British? No, I'm Australian. Skate! Hey! Now, Vilas left. VL Skate. So, Vilas, really talented guy. He's crashing the skateboarding space. The skateboard tutorials on YouTube. And I actually invited him onto my podcast. So, check out his channel, man. He's really talented at teaching. He does all these cool tutorials. And like top 10's easiest tricks for beginners. So, on my pursuits for accelerated learning, skateboarding has been something I've been interested in for quite some time. I did tell Vilas, I told you that I would fucking do this 20-hour challenge. Again, that's been pushed back simply because of this fucking podcast launch and all that, but life happens, hey. Yeah, so what else we got? Mr. Sad. Brandon, why don't you make an animation video on the Millionaire Fastlane? Brandon, make an animation video on the Millionaire Fastlane in the future. Yeah, boy, it's on the list. I mean, YouTube's actually harder than most people think, man. Like, the creative freedom. Like, I've got so many ideas, so many things I want to do, and then I've got all my subscribers and my friends say, hey, you should make a video on this. And it's a lot to actually take on and make it come into fruition. You know, maybe that's just an excuse, but, I mean, it's kind of reality, bro. You'll find that other YouTubers have the same issue, where you want to have your creative freedom and make what the fuck you want, but at the same time, you want to please your subscribers. So, I don't know. It's definitely on the list, because it's one of the best books I've ever read. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there is a book summary on that. Genius Man, how to grow on YouTube. So, I did discuss this earlier, but if you're new here, the very basic tip, the non-standard advice that will really lift you up is, apart from commitment, consistency, fucking awesome content, improving constantly, it's go to the top 3 channels that you aspire to. So maybe you're making a tennis channel. Go to the top 3 tennis channels with millions of views. Have a look what videos they're creating. Filter them by most popular. And then create videos that are similar to the ones that are already doing well. And that's how you can grow faster on YouTube. Abhishek, nice new haircut. Thank you. Kevin Donaldson, man, I've seen your name around the place. I don't know if it's been in my comments or my email section or my Facebook page, but I've certainly seen your name around. Aren't you the fucking author of that book I read? Hang on, I've definitely read a book by you, man. I swear I've read a book by you. Kevin J. Donaldson ebook. Yeah, 10 Secrets of the New Rich. Are you that guy? Are you that guy? Thank you for reviewing my book, 10 Secrets of the New Rich. You are awesome. Ha! It is you, Kevin Donaldson. I thought I'd seen your name around. Check out his book. It's fantastic. It's over on Practical Psychology's channel, I believe, on Theodore's channel. So check that one out. Great to see. Great to see you here, Kevin. You're clearly doing something great in the ebook market. I haven't looked at your stuff beyond the book, but it sounds like you're pretty on top of things, bro. So good on ya. Good on ya. Tony's book is a funded proposal for his investment company. Kevin, now, I was talking about Unshakable and saying how it's really vague and it's kind of like just a rehash of the master money of the game. Kevin makes a great point. Tony's book is funded proposal for his investment company. Now, Tony does claim in that book, Unshakable, that 100% of the profits are going towards feeding Mills. But yeah, I was super skeptical. I'm like, surely there's got to be some catch. And I did hear Tony actually talk about this investment company, Creative Hosts or Creative Industries or whatever the fuck his company is, and they make a recommendation to invest in them. And now with Tony's reach, to me that makes complete sense. I knew there had to be something going down behind it. So Kevin, great statement. Not to disregard all the great knowledge in Unshakable, but there you go. you often find there is some kind of profit incentive behind the book. Something like that, yeah. We won't quote you word for word, Kevin, but you pose an interesting point. Laser, what a fucking sick name. Excuse the fucking profanity. I can't help it when I get excited. Hey, great channel. It's great what you do. Thanks, Laser. What do you like about it, out of interest? I'm really curious. This is a question for everyone. I'm asking you right now. Pop it in the comments section. What is it that gravitates you towards this channel? What do you like? Like, Is it the videos you see? Is it my beautiful voice? Is it the animations? What is it? I'm curious. What do you like about this channel? I'm just going to shut up for 30 seconds while you think about that. Meanwhile, I'll check my messages, because I'm rude like that. Thank you, Stephen. So yeah, keep putting your answers in. I'll check them in just a moment. What do you like about this channel? I'm curious. Because if you let me know, then I can actually improve this channel for you guys. Nope. Cool. Looks good, looks good. Okay. I like that you speak the truth without bullshit. Thank you, Laser. Yeah, that's kind of just how I roll, hey. Anyway, I better stop stroking my ego. No, I really appreciate your feedback. So you like that you speak the truth. Yeah, well, trust me. Just more and more. I've grown over the past 18 months. I tend to speak the truth more and more. It's just... The truth is the truth. You just can't fucking deny it. You can't get away from it. I'm not gonna say shit just to soothe people's fucking... their egos and make them feel warm and cuddly. Just say it how it is. Say it how it is. Ha! Kevin, 1% better, your accent, your engaging videos. Your accent, yeah. Some people said they like the Aussie accent. I didn't even realize that was a thing until someone else told me. My American friends are like, oh yeah, people like Aussie accents. I'm like, oh, whatever. Alright, I'll take it. Engaging videos. Okay, engaging. I still think they could be more engaging. But thank you. You clearly find them engaging. Border? Yeah, man, I've seen your name around. Just love the knowledge you provide. Okay, that's good. I'm glad I'm providing you with knowledge, as Ty Lopez would say. Abhishek, it is your unique personality, combined with great content that keeps me hooked. Unique personality. Okay, thanks. Thanks, man. I think that can be a differentiation point when it comes to the podcast. Gonna blow your minds. Kevin, if we grow 1% better every day, that's 30% in a month. Yeah. Is it? Or doesn't the 1% compound on itself? Like, that's the whole idea, right? So it's 1 to the power of 30 or some shit? So it's 1 to... So it'd be 101. Then it would be 101 times... I don't know, man. I'm not a mathematician, but you know what I mean. Check coaching. Plain and simple. Maybe you will like it. What's that? Coaching plain. Is that a book or what? Okay, it's a book. Thank you for the suggestion. Solution-focused coaching. Okay. Okay, that's pretty cool. So he offers a structure, how to... Okay. I'm actually not gonna... I might not add that to my to-read list. Thank you for the suggestion, though. The reason is because coaching, you're still exchanging your time for money. And my whole mindset is, I'm ruthless about it, is to create assets that keep on giving without my time being involved. So, yeah, sure. I mean, maybe there's some things I can learn with communication in that book, but it's not a path I want to go down right now. I may return to it. Charisma, a book is called Coaching. John, did you ever take the mock test? What's that? Jeez, you guys are teaching me a lot. Thank you. I really appreciate this. The mock test? What's this? Australian citizenship mock tests? Free online mock test. Designed to give you a close to real experience to any person. What? What do you mean? A mock of... I'm sorry, man. I'm a bit lost there. Charismatic. Welcome. What is the best fiction book you ever read? Ooh. Hatchet. It's called Hatchet. I don't know who wrote it, but my favorite fiction book is Hatchet by Peter Gallen. No, I'll find it for you. Gary Paulson. Yeah. Hatchet by Gary Paulson. What a phenomenal fiction book. I read this back in primary school before I got into self-development and non-fiction. And it will just take you to another planet. Man, great book. Thoughts on Blinkist? Now, great that you bring that up. So, Full disclosure, I include Blinkist's affiliate links in the description of my videos. And for those of you who don't know what Blinkist is, it basically offers you short little written book summaries, on straight to your mobile phone on non-fiction books. So I think they update it 30 to 40 books every month. They keep adding to their repertoire, and you can sign up for a trial and then pay a premium membership and get those short fucking book summaries delivered to your phone. Yeah, so what are my thoughts on it? I've been working with the affiliate manager of Blinkist behind the scenes, saying we might be able to come up with something, some kind of deal for the podcast or the channel. And so she has given me access to Blinkist's features so I can try it out and see whether it's something I want to further recommend on the channel. But I'm very, very hesitant about it right now. I don't feel extremely compelled to go towards it, just with the podcast I'm working on right now. So it's something is worthy of exploration in the near future. So I'll get back to you on that, what I think of it. If I think it's valuable, I'll promote it. If I don't, then I won't. Simple as that. Cool. So thank you for your questions thus far. We've been online for 1 hour and 10. I hope the stream's been smooth for you so far. I really appreciate your questions. Please keep them firing away. But if we start dying down, I'm going to head off and then give you a brief summary of what's happening with the channel. But other than that, yeah, keep firing away. While you've got me here, it's been a great stream so far. And my vocal cords are about to burst. Did you ever consider working out? Not for looking, but for better overall hormones? Great question. Yes, I've considered it, but I haven't acted upon it. Reason being, I'm extremely focused on the business side of things, generating that wealth, and I don't believe diversifying your focus will help you achieve any meaningful results in the long term. So I focus on one thing at a time, and it's the podcast right now. And then creating that reading course. So that's where all my energy is going to. But yeah, certainly down the line, working out is indeed, I'm quite a fucking stick. I'm on a plant-based diet. And yeah, could certainly do with some working out, no question about it. John, I'm sorry, man. It attests to see how Machiavelli in your personality is. So, okay. If you've got a link, man, please send it to my email. Just go to brandonnankivell.com/contact. Mock test Machiavelli. I'm not really sure how to find it. Yeah, I don't really know where to go, mate. So yeah, just send me an email or something. Why? Oh, shit. Pester, you've opened up a can of worms. Why are you vegetarian and not vegan? Oh, I think I need to finish my toast and have a sip of water to answer this one. Okay. Give me 60 seconds, and I'll come back and answer your question. This is a big topic. You got that same plate. Good on ya. Yeah, thanks, John. Appreciate it. So, Pasta has just asked, why are you vegetarian and not vegan? Man, I don't know where to start with this one. It's a really great question to ask, though. So, to start off with, based on my previous eating habits, I believe a vegetarian was a much healthier alternative. And also easier to ease into rather than vegan. Because if you go full on vegan, there's a lot of fucking, like, implications you wouldn't even think of. That, you know, shit you can't eat. Like, you'd just be amazed. There's such a wide range. Not saying you can't learn to adapt to a vegan diet. And, adopt the vegan pathway. But for me, it's easier to ease into vegetarian. So I've upped my plant-based eating, so I eat veggies and fruit on the daily, and nuts as well, almonds. And to me, it was a much easier transition rather than fucking going full-bore vegan straight off the bat. I'm a guy who takes things slow and progresses over time, because that always works for me every single fucking time, rather than trying to make big leaps just overnight. So I may eventually, thanks John, I may eventually turn vegan, but right now I'm sort of semi-vegan, full vegetarian. We could go into that more, which we do on the podcast. We get real deep on that. But that's basically the reason. Just ease, basically. It's easier to go vegetarian first. Ah! I'm going to include my own little fucking text in the chat box. Oh, that water must be off. That is old water. I don't think water can go off, but it tastes like fungi. That's probably not a good thing. I'm going to get some new water. Thoughts on intermittent fasting? Very briefly, I think there's a lot of benefits to it. But for me, it doesn't go down so well. Because, look, I'm a fucking stick already. To me, it doesn't make any sense. I've got, like, a really high metabolism. So, I don't do it. Simple as that. Pesta, how do you keep track on notes for books you read? I use the Evernote app. So, I've got a little book section on Evernote. And then if I find something that really resonates with me, which is the shit that counts, then I jot it down in Evernote. Simple as that. What happened to 1% Book Club? And what are you doing next? Thank you, Charismatic. Yeah, no, mate, that didn't work out, unfortunately. You know, I spent 2 to 3 months all hyped up about it, creating it, putting in tons of hours behind the scenes. But when it came to it, it just turned out to be something that didn't line up with my strengths or my values or my passions, even though I thought it would. I felt very restricted, only being able to read certain books and then keep everyone up to date, and it turned into a management headfuck and, you know, customer complaints because the technical stuff wasn't working. And ultimately, it's just not what I wanted to do, despite thinking I thought it was what I wanted to do. So that's why. Richard, welcome. Welcome, mate. Rich Chardonnay. Your name has the flavor of wine in it. I used to be a winemaker, actually. Not a winemaker, a cellar hand. Winemaker just sounds better. Rich Chardonnay. Hey, man. Concrete, only 10 to 15 viewers. You got almost 100k subs. Yeah, that's right, mate. So, there's a few reasons for that. And that is, number one, My viewer to subscriber ratio, yeah, it's quite broad. And that is because I believe it's because my content's kind of all over the place, mate. Like, I don't really have a specific... It's self-development, but it's very broad. So, not all my videos are book summaries, as you've probably seen. So, some people subscribe for the book summaries. Some people subscribe because they like me. Some people subscribe for everything. And so, we've just got a range of people that are in it for different things. So, the chances are there's a whole lot of subscribers that don't give a shit about this live stream. But then there's people like you guys that do. So, yeah, I don't know what the normal numbers are for a live stream. But, yeah, there you go. But again, no matter how many or how little people we have here, I'm here to serve you all, and I appreciate you being here. Have you ever looked into personality tests like MBTI? So I assume you mean Myers-Briggs. Let's just type that in just in case. Myers-Briggs. Yep. So, great question, Abraham. I'm an INFP. And it didn't do much for me. Apparently, I'm the mediator. I'm introverted. But it didn't do much for me, man. Like, okay, I'm an INFP. Now what? Okay, cool. I think Tim Ferriss actually recently uploaded a podcast on Myers-Briggs. So I'm keen to see what he talks about around that. But to me, it was fucking useless. Like, maybe some people have got benefit from it, and then that's okay. I mean, great. If it's benefiting you, wonderful. But for me, nothing. Diddly squat. I actually prefer the Enneagram personality test. I'll type that in here on the chat. The Enneagram. To me, that was way more accurate, more in depth, and it gives you practical steps that you can use to put forth in your life. So one thing that really helped me with the Enneagram personality test was it made me realize that I'm always caught up in my head constantly. And it took that book, the Enneagram, to make me realize that, and it's a personality test as well. Which sounds so simple and bland, but fuck, changed everything for me. I realized I spent so much time in my head that I need to get more into my body. So that's what I've done these past 10 days. I've been in my body. I've been unicycling. I've been doing other activities that I won't mention here. I'm really getting into my body. So it's been good. Pester, thank you for the question. What set you on the path for self-development? For me, it was Life in Half a Second by Matthew Michaelowitz. Let's have a look at this. Half a Second by Matthew. Thank you for the book recommendation. Half a Method by... who? Half a Second. Not Half a Method. Half a Second by Matthew. Is it on Goodreads? So it's got a 4.2 star rating, 210. Life is short, too short. In the grand scheme of the universe, you only have half a second to live, half a second to pursue your dreams. Cool. Cool, man. I'm glad that's giving you value, mate. But yeah, what set me on the path for self-development? Ultimately, reading that book, Exploring the World of Lucid Dreaming by Stephen LaBarge, blew my fucking mind, dude. I had my first lucid dream, and I was blown away. And then, naturally, I just I thought, okay, I got so much value from this book, I'm going to move on to the next one. And so I did. And that's how I discovered books like How to Win Friends and Influence People, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and it all just fucking, like, snail-trailed from there. Whatever the word is. Spiraled out of control. I always got a book on me. How many books have you read? Well, let's have a look. I got Goodreads in front of me. I have read... ah, fuck, I gotta sign in. Welcome to our new stream, invitees. 202 books I've read. Probably 204 now, because I haven't put the 2 recent ones in. Yeah, 204. Abraham, if you plan to have more live streams in the future, you want to encourage people to click on the bell. Hey people, click on the bell. Might be a good idea. That's a good tip actually. Thank you, man. I'm gonna pop that down. A lot of value here, Abraham. I appreciate it. Click the bell icon. Click it so you get that annoying little pop-up message on your phone. And that way when I'm live streaming, you can come into my live streams and I'll sell you shit. All of it. Okay, anyway, jokes aside, John. Do you like Robert Greene? And which book do you like of this? Okay, so I haven't actually read Robert Greene's work as much as I hear about him. And I know that sounds bizarre given all the books I've read, but man, there's just so many fucking good books to read. So I still haven't gotten around to Robert Greene's work, so I can't say much on that. John, that test I was thinking about is called Match 4. Test my bad. Okay. I'll put that down, mate. Thanks. Now, a question from Harshith. When do your podcasts going to release, Brandon? By the end of this month. Ideally, I wanted to get it out by 15th of July. It's now 9th of July here in Australia. But yeah, let's say 31st of July. I've had to push it back, but man, it's going to be worth it. So get fucking pumped, dude. There's just some amazing guests. Cool. Wow. Wow. World of Warcraft. Better Insight. Welcome, mate. And good to see you here. Thank you. Keep it up. Astrid. Best book about self-development for you. Yeah, there's a few that come to mind recently, which I mentioned earlier on in this stream. And I'll give you 3 that are quite current. Number 1 is The Truth by Neil Strauss regarding relationships. Number 2, The Millionaire Fastlane by MJ DeMarco. Fucking amazing book and entertaining as well. And number 3, hard to pick one, but you know, either the classic Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki or How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Yeah, life changes, man. Life changes. So yeah, we've got 16 of you pretties still on stream. Really appreciate you being here. It's been a blast answering your questions. I'm going to go shortly, so if you have any final ones, please book them, put them in the comment section right now. And yeah, man, I'll do my best to answer them for you. This has been good. I'm extremely grateful for this new internet connection. Recently got fast internet, so we can do these live streams now. Not so sure about when I'm abroad. We'll give it a shot, because I'm going to Hawaii later this year. But yeah, man. We'll get on this ship for sure. Alright, so yeah, last question here from Abraham. What Enneagram book or site? So, I'll type it in here for you. It's called The Wisdom of the Enneagram by... He's got a really name that I stuff up all the time. Wisdom of the Enneagram by... What is it? Don Richard Rizzo. By Don Richard Rizzo. Flippin'... Hey, Raykin! You pop in just as I'm about to leave. Funny timing, mate. Funny timing. To those listening in, fucking... good old Raykin, man. Like, I'm in a mastermind with my mentor and a few other friends. Raykin knows them, like Chase, D1, those guys. And man, I remember one time, Raykin, your fucking name popped up, and we just all sat back on the Google Hangout and we admired your prowess, your vigor, your hard work, your hustle, man. You are a hustler. I think I saw you back in like 2013 when I was first getting into this make money online thing, man. And yeah, quite inspirational. You flipping those things at the toy stores. What do you call them over in America? I don't know. Garage sales and Goodwill stores, that sort of thing. Killing it, man. Glad to have you here. Abraham, thanks. John, I'm reading right now is The Lean Startup by Eric Ries. Yeah, I read that book. Might be worth a revisit though, because I read that back in my early days of self-development. Didn't get a lot from it, but I'm sure if I read it now, I'd probably pick up on a few things I've missed. So Raykin, if you've got any questions yourself, feel free to... Yeah, you're welcome, Raykin. Feel free to ask any questions you may have, Raykin and Richard as well. But other than that, I'm gonna call it a day, and we'll hop on a live stream some other time. So Richard, Law of Success, Dale Carnegie. Really? Dale Carnegie wrote another book besides How to Win Friends and Influence People? The The law of success. Never heard it, man. Okay. Unless that's by Napoleon Hill. I don't know. Andrew Carnegie's Wills of Success. Yeah, not too sure, mate. Alright, here we go. Raken's a smart guy. He'll know what. Good question to ask. What's your #1 strategy for growing a channel? Haha. Okay, sure. So, here's the goods, Raken. I did mention this. You're all good, Richard. Here's the goods I spilled a bit earlier on in the stream, and I'm more than happy to do it again for those who are new here listening. And here's what it is. Here's what I tell my clients. What you want to do is, let's say, all right, Raken, let's make this specific to you to give you even more value. So you're in the, let's say, the flipping niche. Excuse me for my terminology, but let's say the flipping niche. So what you want to do, Raken, if you want to grow your channel big time, then what you want to do is go to the 3 channels that are performing best in your niche, or the 3 channels that you look up to that are clearly doing very well and have got a result you are seeking. So you'd go to those 3 channels, and then what you'd do is you'd go to the videos page of each of those channels, okay? Then click the filter tab and filter it by most popular. So that's going to filter the videos in order from fucking awesome to not so fucking awesome. So what you want to do is look at the top 2 rows of the videos that are performing best. And now this comes back to the principle model success. Really simple. So what you want to do then is analyze all these videos. And if we want to get super specific here, have a look at the videos uploaded within a 6-month time frame. And then have a look at the ones with the most views, most engagement, most comments, whatever you're after. And then all you have to do is make similar videos on your own channel. And pay attention specifically to the video topic. Okay, the video topic. What topics are gaining a lot of traction? Okay, then make videos on that topic and try to make a better video, or a video that's so different that it becomes better than what's already being put out there. So in the flipping niche, I don't know who's doing the best. You'd have to do your research. I don't know if it's like the e-com dudes. That's probably a bit out of your realm, but hopefully you get the point. That's really what it's all about. So modeling what's already fucking dominating, man. Yeah, no worries. Go for it, Raken. Let's have a look at your channel now. Raken Profit. I haven't seen it in a while. But I know you hit like, I don't know, was it like 2 million watch time minutes or views or something not too long ago. So Raken's at 63,000 subs right now. And man, he's just been ruthless with the content. He's got a back-end setup, which is really smart. A lot of YouTubers don't know how to turn their YouTube channel into a business. I mean, numbers don't really mean shit apart from sales and profit from a business perspective. So Raken is really around this. He's really on this. Most recent video: they quit retail arbitrage and sold 11 million wholesale. Pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, Raken, you could probably, yeah, you could definitely upgrade your thumbnails. They are pretty stock standard, to be critical here. You're probably aware of that. There is a nice one here, like 100,000 per year selling on eBay with Rockstar, Flipper. So I'm sure you're aware that thumbnails do dictate the quality of your videos for your viewers. So it is a lengthy process unless you've got someone creating those thumbnails for you, or you've got a template in place where you can just change a few things and bam, you've got a fucking sick thumbnail. So that's just what I'm seeing straight off the bat. But you're all super consistent. You're uploading like a video every day. Great to see. Algorithm loves that. So if I just filter your videos by most popular, it'd be really nice to screen share my screen. Maybe next time on the stream. But yeah, have a look at the content that's been doing well in like the recent year. 11 mistakes to avoid when selling on eBay. 9 months ago, 88k views. So maybe you can make another video on that, perhaps. Maybe you could make, I don't know, 11 mistakes part 2 to avoid when selling on eBay. But yeah, hopefully you get the thinking. I'm sure you get it. Smash that like button. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there, guys. So thank you very much for listening. Hopefully you all execute on what you've learned today, and you have taught me a few things, actually. I have never heard of some of these things. So it's been great spending time with you, one-on-one, face-to-face here. So with that said, goodbye, everyone. Alright, now I gotta find out how to stop it.